Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is service on the internet. And we're fortunate to have with us two webmasters this morning to talk about the internet and web service and some of the related topics. With us is Mr. Perry, Mr. Nathaniel Perry, who is the president of Digital Genetics, which is a local web design firm. And of course, with Mr. Jackson, with Mr. Perry is Mr. GJackson. Mr. GJackson is the president of Universal Solution Providers Solution. And of course, Mr. Jackson, we might have garbled that, but I think later on we'll give you an opportunity to defend that name. But essentially what we're saying is that both of you are involved with the internet. And I think that there's no topic that is more current and of course more interested among our audience than the question of the internet. Now, before we get involved with talking about the internet and service providers and some of the other opportunities that are available on the internet, Mr. Perry, let's have you and Mr. Jackson to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of the things that were important in your lives, and eventually leading you to the president of Digital Genetics, and of course, Mr. Jackson, to the president of Universal Providers, Solutions Providers. Mr. Jackson, Mr. Perry.
Okay, as I graduated from Virginia State University in 1984, graduated with a degree in English. Everybody says, how did you get into English, computers from a degree in English? Well, I went into the military, and there I was forced to learn information about the computer. We had to do a lot of different file transfers with the computer, and it forced us to learn what was going on with the computer, and from there I built a strong background in internet services and working with HTML, and now I am teaching at Tennessee State University as a training coordinator, teaching the faculty and staff how to use their computer applications, and I've really developed a way of working with HTML, which is the language for web page designs, and working with graphics. I've become quite a graphic designer, and with my ability to do those things and to help other people, it really has interested me in putting out some things on the internet today.
Very good. And of course, Mr. Jackson.
Well, I'm fresh out of high school. About 4 years ago, I got interested in hacking, and that led me to HTML, database programming, computer programming, just everything internet services, which led me where I am today.
Well, Mr. Jackson, you mentioned, and of course we'll move on beyond this, but you said that you became involved in hacking. Now that's a term. What does that actually mean in terms of what we're doing here? Hacking
is someone that has a lot of knowledge about computer information and is willing to know or learn more. It's not actually a bad term.
But I think in most instances when we use that term, it's generally considered to be from a negative perspective. And that's why I wanted some kind of explanation in terms of folks who are hacking. What do you say about hackers, Mr. Perry?
Well, you get a lot of bad publicity on hackers because of some of the TV programs that we watch. But it's just your ability to get on a computer and figure out what's going on as far as internet services or just knowing exactly what's going on inside of your computer.
And so a person who is a hacker has a lot of information, a lot of knowledge about various aspects of a computer. And of course, very good. Now, Mr. Perry,